good thing for the country unity, in a dangerous situation. So,
my bad.
so there's been this question, out there, if the Supreme Court does overturn Roe versus Wade, could that make a good degree of the population just be like, well, this court is just political, I'm not going to listen to them anymore. Let me see here. Let's see.
Sorry for the camera shaking, it's my bad.
Blah, 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 blah.
As we keep talking about God is in control, this is going to be a short video. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. States can now ban abortion. Again, the devil is not in control, God is. So what does this mean? You can't just be having babies and going in there and killing them. The Supreme Court has stopped a portion of the population control, which the Gates Foundation funds. That's what you need to understand, the big picture. States can now ban abortion. So what does this mean, folks? That means that you must be responsible in keeping your legs closed or using proper birth control if you're going to be completely living in a sinful lifestyle. And what this means is, quite frankly, God is not allowing people to kill the babies. Point blank. So for irresponsible people that slip up and do something that they shouldn't have did irresponsibly, then that's a different thing than people. Now that's the other question. People who are women that are raped and they don't want to have a baby. There are things that you can take to help that along. But the majority of people, or women having babies, are just those that made a mistake, okay? And they changed their mind. Now, something different for women that go through a rape situation and they get pregnant through a rape. That's a little different. But then I've also seen testimony of people who kept their, that's a hard statement, rape babies, and they've grown up and turned into spectacular human beings. So, that's where this whole thing gets tricky and sticky. But for the majority, again, there are people, and then they use these aborted babies and stick them in your vaccine stabs. Okay? So I know the Gates Foundation ain't happy about this. Okay? They can't be. Because they were using that aborted fetal tissue to put it in their vaccine stab experimental program. Okay, so this is something huge in a lot of ways spiritually. Again, if Satan had his way, he would have had the King Herod motion passed, and they could have killed all the babies. Because if you think about it, that's what King Herod was doing in the Old Testament. When he found out that Christ was born, he was going around killing all the babies. That's an abortion after the fact. Okay, so this is before the fact that they come through the birth canal. So however you look at it, folks, killing babies that, oh, well, it's really not a human being because it's still in tadpole stage. That's life God created, whether it came through an act of marriage sexually or through wedlock, however you want to call it. It's still life. Satan doesn't create life, he destroys it. So here you have, this is going to be a big uproar, okay, for a lot of folks. But if you're living right, man, this shouldn't even be an issue if you're living right, okay? Again, unless the cases are smaller, not saying that they don't exist, the rape cases where women do get pregnant through it, they do exist, but the majority of the abortions are from women who are changing their mind, or her and the spouse or the boyfriend agree to have it, or they just simply can't take care of it. So what it means, folks, and this is an easy thing. Well, this is not right. Don't have sex, unprotected sex, straight up. If you're gonna do it, be responsible. That's all. This not hard. It's hard for those who don't want to follow the rules. of engagement and you just willy-nilly with everything, knowing that I can just go get it wiped out if I don't want it. If you just be responsible from jump, you won't have this issue. This wouldn't even be a point to argue. Just think about that. Deuces.